Okay, so this is Raven, and I'm here with Rave from Cruxshadows. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. How's the tour going?
So far, it's actually gone pretty well. Our last show prior to coming here was at the Amphi Festival, and we had a really, Amphi Festival was sold out, and we had a really full crowd in front of the stage. We played the main stage, and we were worried about a few things going into it. The previous night we played in Belgium, and I had blown my throat out just a little bit, but we managed to put it together for Amphi Festival, and that was good. And the shows in Germany have all been really good. Yeah, it's been so far so good. So far so good. So.
Is your throat better now?
What's that?
Is your throat better now?
No, not really, but that's normal for me. So,
Okay.
Kind of always singing crippled. So.
Oh. That must be difficult.
It's interesting because when you practice the songs and you get the muscles in your throat become very conditioned towards singing certain songs. So it's really strange. Like sometimes I'll find I can't sing something very simple like I don't know, Happy Birthday or something like this, but I can still sing to some degree the songs I've written. So that's even when they use a large range. It's particularly hard though on this tour because with the new album, I really pushed the limits of my range, and so even though we're not playing all the songs from the new album, we are playing a lot of songs, and so it's a bit taxing on my throat, but I've actually been happy that I managed to hang in there so far. So far so good.
Okay, cool. So you have obviously the new album coming out, and you put preview tracks online. What prompted you to do that?
To do what?
What prompted you to sort of like put the preview tracks like online to?
Well, I'm certainly not trying to trick anyone into buying our CD. So I think the best way to get people excited about it is to let them hear a little bit of what's going on. So I think it was between 45 seconds and like a minute and 20 seconds from each of the songs, and it gives people an idea of what this new album that we've done is all about. We did it with our last full-length Dream Cypher, and it seemed to work pretty well. I actually got the idea from Moby. Moby did this with one of his CDs. Only I think 5 tracks. He put like 30 or 40 seconds, but with me, I want you to hear what the album sounds like, and I want you to want the album, not to just want 1 or 2 songs. And so I think the best way to do that is to get our fans excited, maybe get some people who are just curious about what we are about and what we're doing, giving them the opportunity to hear some of what's on the CD. And my hope and my thought is that the CD will in fact sell itself, so that if people hear it, hopefully they like it and then they buy it. But I'm not worried about people hearing the songs and saying, "Oh, this is terrible, I'm not going to buy it." I put a lot of work into the CD. I'm really proud of it, and most of the songs are between 5 and 7 minutes in length. So 45 seconds to a minute or a minute and 15, whatever it is really not that much of the song, but it gives you a taste of what's going on.
Okay. Are you ever afraid of like tracks getting leaked?
Not really. It's a funny thing. There are all kinds of people with all kinds of opinions about the downloads and things like this. We have spent a lot of our career building our fan base by being personal and accessible to our fans as much as is possible. And I think that we have forged with a lot of our fans a very unique relationship, and so Cruxshadows fans manage or stay with Cruxshadows, I think, longer than fans of other bands typically stay with those other bands, and that's really a fortunate thing, you know, for us. I think that you know, I read something not too long ago that said, and I didn't do this, so but you'll see where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
That when tracks are leaked to the public within I think 3 weeks prior to release, it actually boosts sales.
Yeah.
And so my thought was exactly this thing you asked me about, you know, previously. We put all the songs in a short version up on YouTube, and this was my way of kind of leaking the CD without leaking anything, you know.
Yeah.
And so you know, I'm not terribly worried about it. As far as a musician goes, you know, I really want people to hear our music and you know, feel like the music is made to be part of their lives, and not. I guess I don't know how to say it. I'm more concerned that the artistic message is realized than I am that there is a large financial reward.
Right.
So that's probably quite stupid of me, truly, but I guess that's who I am. So I'm not encouraging people to go and illegally download our songs, for sure, but I would say to people, if someone said, I don't have the money for the CD, I would say, you know what, go ahead and download it, and if you like it, please buy it when you get money.
Yeah.
And that's really my kind of personal feelings on the subject. We don't make any restrictions about you know, people putting up, you know, video bootlegs on YouTube. For me, it's advertising.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, there was a period in time where there was a really popular magazine that used to write a lot of hateful and terrible things about Cruxshadows.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. And the funny thing about this is that during this time period, Cruxshadows sells more CDs than, you know, prior or just after, because the reality is that when people are talking about you, people are interested in you, when there's something going on in terms of the fan base's mind relative to you, you're going to sell more material. One of the reasons all of these shock rockers can you know, sell so many CDs is that by getting into the public eye, it doesn't matter if 100% of what's said about them is negative. Some people are going to key into it because of this. So there's really no such thing as bad publicity, and you know, when people are downloading things, it certainly generates a lot of word of mouth. And my feeling is that the kind of person that listens to Cruxshadows music and enjoys Cruxshadows music is the kind of person that says, you know, hey, I really should buy this, and I probably will buy this. The other people that have it, I'm not sure that's a sale lost, because I'm not sure those people would ever have bought it anyways. So maybe just my positive spin on the whole situation, but that's how I see things.